It's time for my monthly beauty favorites and fails for January. I have a little bit of everything in this video and a lot of products. In this video, I have skincare, hair care, body, I have some fashion and lifestyle sprinkled throughout. Oh, and during this video, I will be sharing with you what is on my eyes and on my lips. So don't worry, I know some of you are probably wondering that. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. And I hope that by the end of this video, you do consider subscribing. So I'm going to do something a little bit different in this video. I have a lot to cover, so I am just going to try my best to give you guys the nuts and bolts of everything and keep all the reviews, all the thoughts, less than 60 to 90 seconds. We will see how I do. You know, I can get a little bit excited about things. So let's get into it. Now, if you've been following me for some time, this first product might not be a huge surprise because Armani Eye Tint in Cold Copper is a holy grail eye shadow color for me. I have the old formula. I don't think they did a lot to change the formula, but they changed the packaging. So I have the old packaging of that. I have one going in the old package and I have a backup too. So I haven't bought anything in this new formula, but I saw shade 44, which is rose gold. I just had to have it as soon as I swatched it on the back of my hand. It's the perfect subtle rose gold eye color with the perfect amount of sheen. I adore it, and if you know anything about the quality of the eye tints, they blend out so easily, and you do get a lot of product in here. I don't know why I never tried this shade before. I have other things in rose gold, and I feel like they lean a little bit too deep or too light, and this one is just the Goldilocks of rose gold eye shades. I promise this video is not all going to be high-end and it's not all going to be makeup either, but I do have to go ahead and tell you my feelings on the new Dior Forever Skin Correct concealer. I'm gonna put in a little clip of me applying this while I'm talking just so you can see how it covers. I have dry textured under eyes, even though I have an oily T-zone. This concealer is beautiful. And what I find fascinating is that for people who like light coverage, this works really well because it just meshes with the skin so beautifully. But for people who need heavier coverage, for people with darker circles, like myself, who have to use a corrector underneath pretty much any concealer, I find that even though this is not high coverage, it covers really well for me. And I can just put another little dot where I have my darkest point and it looks beautiful. It looks natural. I'm going to go more in depth on this in an upcoming video, a video that's coming very, very soon. So stay tuned for that, but I just had to go ahead and give my thoughts on it. I find it very hydrating, yet it doesn't crease a lot. I do feel like if you're someone who doesn't have to set under your eyes, I don't know what that's like, you might not have to set this. I don't know. If any of you have tried this, let me know in the comments. Let me know how you feel about this new Dior Forever Skin Correct. I'm in the shade 2N. It's still a little bit yellow toned, even though it says neutral. So I'm not sure about the shade range, but I like the product. I'll go ahead and tell you about the gloss that I have on my lips because I've just been loving it and I kind of want to get a few more shades. I just did a video very, very recently where I talked about 5 new product launches that I was super excited about. Milani was one of those brands, and the gloss that I have on today is the new Ludicrous gloss from Milani. It's in the shade She's All That. These are sheer yet have kind of a thickness to them, but I don't find them overly sticky. And for a gloss, I do find that it wears a decent amount of time. They're supposed to give a 3-dimensional shine and be hydrating, and you're supposed to be able to wear them by themselves or over whatever product you want to wear them over, like I am today. And I've just really been enjoying it. I'm kind of picky about lip glosses and I like this one a lot. The mascara that I have on today is the City Beauty Beyond Mascara Volumizing Treatment. They just launched this week and I am super excited about it because I have thin, wimpy lashes and that's who this is made for. It not only makes them black and thicker and fuller, but it's got all kinds of good ingredients in it that are supposed to actually help make your lashes stronger, less brittle, longer stronger, denser, more hydrated, more nourished over time. So it's basically a thickening, lengthening, volumizing mascara that actually treats your lashes. Now, my lashes don't really hold a curl well with non-waterproof mascaras, and I don't find that this straightens my lashes out too much. But if I want them to really hold a curl, I'll just apply a super, super thin layer of a non-waterproof mascara that I know holds a curl, like the Wander Beauty Lash Tensity or the By Terry mascara that I love so much, or Benefit Roller Lash, and then I'll put this over it starting at the root, and it just works really, really well. So I'm liking this. I'm anxious to see the changes over time. If you are interested in this, I have a code for you and a link where you can click through and save some money. It is an affiliate code, so it will help support my channel if you do shop through that link. But so far, I'm really enjoying this mascara. It hasn't flaked, it hasn't smudged. Okay, before I move on to more beauty, I'm just going to talk about the jewelry that I'm wearing a little bit, because you guys have asked me about this jewelry specifically in several of my videos lately. This is the Love Knot collection from Kendra Scott. I can't remember the exact name of it, but I'll have it linked down below in the description box. I have a thing for love knots. Kate Spade used to have some love knot earrings that I have in silver. I love them so much, and when I saw this, I was like, yes, please. And there's this little thin cuff bracelet that goes with it too. And the way this necklace works, it's kind of like a bolero where you can make it longer or shorter. I mean, I guess you could wear this in the front if you wanted to. They show it in the back, but I mean, you could do it that way. But I like that you can make it longer or shorter depending on what you're wearing. And I do believe that there are 3 metals to choose from as well. So I just wanted to share that with you because I've just been wearing it a lot. It's just kind of a good, easy, casual collection. I like it. So this is a product that a lot of you recommended to me, and I've seen that it was good, but I just kept not buying it because I thought it was a little bougie, and I don't know. I just didn't know why I would spend the money on this when I could get something less expensive and it would probably be as good. I don't know what made me actually finally decide to get the Caudalie hand and nail cream, but man, is it ever good. You guys are right yet again with your recommendation. I am super picky about my hand creams. I don't like them to be too greasy. I hate it when I apply a hand cream and then it feels like it disappears 2 minutes later. I don't like a really strong scent. This is perfect. It also hydrates my cuticles. It does say it's a hand and nail cream, but I find a lot of hand creams don't truly nourish the cuticles. This does. I feel like I don't even really need a cuticle cream, and I feel like my nail lady doesn't get on me quite as much as she used to since I've been using this. This is really good. It says it's got antioxidants, avocado, shea butters, and it's got 98% natural origin ingredients, and it's cruelty-free. So if you've been wondering, it is really, really good. I have a little highlighter here that isn't too expensive, and I'm excited about it. I really enjoy it. It is the highlight I have on my cheek right now. I'm hoping that you can kind of see that, and this funky lighting outside isn't making it look weird. This is the Colourpop highlight in Smoke and Whistles. So this is the Super Shock formula, and it's kind of a creamy, bouncy texture, but without being a cream. What I like about it is that you can rub your finger in it. You can just rub this onto your cheek with your finger. You can get a heavy or a light application depending on how much you use, but you can actually rub it on your cheek right over powder, and it doesn't disturb what's underneath because it's not a true cream. You don't need a brush. I just find that they go on so beautifully, and they're so easy, and they're really great for popping on the inner corner too. And this shade specifically is such a beautiful silvery champagne. I've really been enjoying it, and it was a complete spur of the moment purchase when I was in Ulta one day. So really glad I got that. I feel like when I first saw this style of shoe come into the market, I was not on board at all, but slowly over time, it started to appeal to me a little bit more, and here I am with a pair, and I really think I could use a similar pair in black. I got these Wedge sneaker booties from Nordstrom. I've seen them in local boutiques and various other places. What I like about it is that it's a great shoe when you're wanting something that's not as casual as a regular sneaker, but you're not really wanting to wear a full booty. You just want something that's kind of in between. It's kind of a chic casual, you know? So I've really been enjoying these. I like the gray color because it kind of goes with everything. However, I would like a darker color. I checked to see if they still had these in stock in various sizes and shades, and they do. So I'll have the link down below. I wasn't sure if the wedge was going to be a little bit too high, but they are very, very comfortable. I wore them all day the other day and I was on my feet a lot. No problems whatsoever. Do you ever have a product where you like what it does, but you kind of hate the usage of it? That is how this next product is. So this is the Wander Beauty All-Inclusive Shampoo and Body Wash. Love the packaging. I also have the conditioner. This is the Scenic Route Hair Treatment Conditioner, Mask, and Leave-In. And I just use this as a regular conditioner. I like the quantity. I like the way they sit in the shower, all that stuff. So this is a gel to foam shampoo and body wash. It smells kind of like Johnson & Johnson head to toe baby shampoo. Just a very basic shampoo smell. We have hard water here in New Orleans, and this takes an eternity to wash out of my hair. I feel like I have to allow myself like 3 extra minutes when I'm in the shower when I use this. I'm picky about shampoos. I do like the way my hair looks when I use it, but I just hate the process of using it. I don't like using it as a body wash. It takes less time to rinse off my body. I don't know why, but when I use a body wash, I like it to be a little bit scented. I don't want it to smell just like, I don't know, nothing shampoo. I don't know how I feel about this because it really is a huge pain to use this because of how long it takes to rinse out. I can only imagine how long it would take to rinse out if you had soft water. I mean, you would need to leave yourself like 10 extra minutes in the shower. The conditioner, I don't have as big of a problem rinsing out. I think it's a nice conditioner. Again, a very generic scent, but I do like the results. So I'm a little conflicted on that. I have a love-hate thing with it, but you know, for those of you who want something that's going to give you good results and you don't really care how long your shower takes, that might be something you want to check out. If you have sensitive skin or irritated skin and you want something that is going to soothe your skin, this is a great product. This is the Colleen Rothschild Micro Mineral Soothing Toner. And now when you think of a toner, you typically think of a very watery liquid, but this has more of a lotion texture that you just put on a cotton pad and swipe over your face after you cleanse, just like a normal toner. And it actually says on here, it softens, restores, and conditions sensitive or irritated skin with the power of natural crystals and hydrating humectants. Skin will feel calm, balanced, and prepped for your next skincare step. Sometimes my skin gets flared up from things that I try and use because I do have rosacea and sensitive skin, and I find that every time I have used this, and I mean, I have used this several times and I feel like I just don't need hardly any at all. It just calms my skin the next morning when I feel like my skin would normally be still irritated. My skin is completely soothed. It feels nice. It doesn't make my skin greasy or anything like that. So this has been just a really great product. And I do have a Colleen Rothschild link and code down for you in the description box so that you can save some money. And I have another Colleen Rothschild product here that I have been loving probably for I don't know how many weeks now. This is the Honey Vanilla Body Butter. I find that my skin stays hydrated. It stays moisturized. It feels like it's nourishing my skin. My body skin is dry, and this really does it for me. And I love the scent. It is a honey vanilla scent, but it's not overpowering. I find that with my skin anyway, it just sinks in nicely. It just smells so luxurious. And it meshes well with any perfume I'm wearing, if I happen to be wearing any. I mean, I've really been using it. I love it, and I'm going to be sad when this runs out because I love the texture. I love everything about it. I know some of you are wondering about the new Charlotte Tilbury products, and so I did actually pick up the new Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Eye Palette. It's very new though, and I haven't played with it a lot. So next month, I believe I'll have this in there. I'll have a verdict. In the meantime, I did get the Pillow Talk Intense blush and I got the Pillow Talk eyeliner. I have this on in a recent video. I'm gonna link that video right below where this is listed and linked so that you can see what it looks like on me. This is really, really, really pretty if you have, I would say, medium to deep skin tone. And in my case, I have light medium skin and I just use a less dense brush and a light hand. And I love the way this looks. I had a hole in my blush collection that this filled. I did not have another shade like this. It's a really beautiful kind of rusty mauve shade that can be super flattering if you don't go overboard with it for those of us who have light to medium skin tones. I'm really glad that she came out with other intensities in the Pillow Talk collection. I would swatch it, but I find that blushes just don't really swatch the way you want them to. So this is the shade of the eyeliner. It's a kind of berry brown shade. It almost looks like it could be a lip liner. What I find interesting about it is that I truly feel that it could be flattering to all different eye colors. I just don't think that you could go wrong with the shade. Now, I do think that the shade could take a turn depending on what eyeshadow you apply it with. I mean, I've been liking it. I find that it does last. It's not super smudgeable. You have to work with it quickly, one eye at a time if you're going to smudge it. But once it's down, it's down. I mean, it doesn't really go anywhere. I think this was a nice addition to the line. I think for most people, it's not so red that it's going to make you look sick, but it's cut with enough brown, enough depth to where it's going to just enhance your eye color. Although I could see that this wouldn't be everybody's cup of tea. You may not want this warm or red toned of a brown, but I think it's really pretty and really flattering for most people if you go there in terms of eyeliner. Before I get into what's on my eyes and another lipstick, I mean, that light is just shining in right there. It's like a spotlight. Tell me, is anybody out there watching The Outsider on HBO? Because I have been loving it. If you are a Stephen King fan, kind of the mysterious side, not the super bloody gory. And if you like Jason Bateman, Ben Mendelsohn, if you know who he is, who's in Bloodline, so good. Mare Winningham. Anyway, it's definitely mysterious, definitely eerie. I'm having a big problem waiting week to week to see what happens. Tell me I'm not alone. Tell me you guys are watching this too. It is so, so good on HBO or HBO Go if you're watching it streaming, or if you don't get HBO, you can watch it on HBO Now. It's been a while since I've watched a really good drama. Leave me suggestions below. I'm looking for something to watch. I received my first Sidney Grace eyeshadow order this week. You may have seen it if you follow me on Instagram. I posted about it on Instagram stories. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I'll put my Instagram handle here, and I have a link in my description box always. I'd love to have you follow me over there if you don't. Anyway, I got 9 shadows. I just put them in this old palette that I had, and I do have a few on today. So all over my lid and kind of smudged out, I have the shade Dive, and I put Slade, which is this deep navy, in the outer corner and kind of in the crease just a little bit. And I did end up topping Dive with this shade Winter Garden. It's just a really pretty shade, and it kind of gave Dive a more silvered texture rather than just blue-green. I do have swatches of all of these on my blog. If you are not subscribed to my blog, you may want to be, because I've decided I'm going to start putting my favorites on there. Just a list of favorites on there every maybe week or two. You know, my top favorite blushes, my top favorite foundations, my top favorite powders, because it's so much easier to keep that updated for you as I try new things. So I'm going to be doing that starting very, very soon. The link for my blog is down below. I wasn't going to talk about these because I just talked about them in my video where I talked about the 5 makeup launches I'm excited about, and I can't not talk about them here because these are a favorite for me this month. I love the formula of the new Bare Minerals Hydra Smoothing lipsticks so much. They feel thin yet creamy. The shade Focus is what I have on underneath that Milani lip gloss, and I have all 3 shades that I have swatched in that video. I will link it for you down below. The shade Memory here is more of just your every day. I call this kind of a professional nude because I feel like it would just flatter all skin tones. And Focus is a little bit lighter, but still on that brownie, pinky track, you know. The other shade that I have is Grace, and it's more of a pinky shade, and it is in my purse right now. So I will either insert that swatch here for you, or I will link you to the video where I talk about these. The scent is ever so slightly sweet, not overpowering at all. They do good things for the lips. They're very hydrating, nourishing, and I love that they last a decent amount of time too for a creamy lipstick. I don't have to reapply them constantly like I do most creamy lipsticks, and that is my preferred formula. Love these so much. Let me know what you've been loving in January, and if you feel like I need to try anything during the month of February that I might fall in love with, leave that in the comments down below. If you haven't seen the 5 new makeup launches that I am super excited about, I will have that linked here for you. Go check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.